welcome to Penang.
And welcome to our new area, which is called Tanjung Tokong. Apologise if I mispronounced that. And this is the waterfront just outside our new condominium complex called Keyside Condominums. This is our first morning walking to our local cafe and our first morning really exploring the waterfront. And what did we see but 5 sea otters just playing.
Feeding away on some fish.
And that was wonderful. Obviously Tess lost her mind. She loves animals, and seeing a bunch of sea otters feeding and playing just out the front of our new complex pretty much sold her straight away.
Oh, I was so happy. I could have stayed there all morning, but Luke, he was excited for a little bit and then he was basically ready to move on.
So why did we move here? Well, we'd finished in our other Airbnb, and as much as we liked it, we wanted to go to a new area. We were looking for maybe a nicer complex, somewhere with a nicer pool and gym, and I guess an area that we could get out and explore. We did like the waterfront of our last place, had some cool things, but this area is just, it's a lot nicer, isn't it?
It's got a lot more for families. There is a lot more families around, which is important for us with Luke. We want him to be able to try and make some friends around here.
It's also right next to Straits Quay, which is what you're looking at now, with the yachts and the boats and lots of nice restaurants, and our new favourite, I guess, local cafe.
Yep. As always, it's really, really quiet first thing in the morning. It's more pumping at night time. But yep, this is our local cafe full of beans.
It's also great because we have our friends have come over from Australia. They're staying nearby and they've got little boys. So the little boys love running around just outside the cafe, and they've got heaps of room to play, and that's been really nice.
Yeah, and it's in the shade as well, so we don't have to stress too much about the boys getting super hot.
And also amazing coffee. They obviously love their coffees. And right now, welcome to our new apartment. This is the entryway where we're sort of setting Luke up so he can do some homeschooling. And that comes straight into a big open living area.
All three of us fell in love with this apartment after looking at multiple apartments. We all had something that we really wanted, and this one ticked all of the boxes. So for me, I really wanted it to feel homely. I loved my kitchen back in Australia and cooking, and this one had a really good kitchen that reminded me of my kitchen in Australia. And then for Nathan,
a lot of it was about, well, it's just quality. It was just clean. Sometimes you see photos of places and then obviously you go there and realise it's not as nice as the photos made it out to be. This is one of those places where you go and it's actually nicer than you expect it. The quality's better. Just everything's nice about it, especially once you see the complex outside of it, which we'll show you soon. I also really wanted to be able to see the ocean, and this one ticked that box, and we just get sea breezes every day.
That was really important as well. So our last place, we couldn't open the windows up. So it was really, really nice, and we love staring at the view, but whenever you're at home, you constantly had to have the aircon on. Whereas here we can open up all the doors and have the fans on and just get fresh air.
So technically it's a 2+1 and a 3+1, which means 2 bedrooms plus what they call a maid's bedroom, which is
it's a closet.
It's a bit of a closet, and it has sort of 3+1 bathrooms. So Luke has his own ensuite, king-size bed, and access to the balcony, as you know, every 7-year-old has. But we also have the other little bathroom, the little toilet area you can see there, and then we have the master bedroom, which has its walk-in robe and ensuite and its own little private balcony as well. But it's hard to explain. I guess you kind of need to come and see. Once you start comparing different apartments, and you don't really know until you've actually been in them. And this one just had a real feeling of being looked after, not just from being in Keyside, which seemed to have better quality than some of the other apartments, but also just the owner clearly had looked after it, and she's been wonderful in helping us for however long our stay is here for.
Yeah, and Another thing is like your hot water and your water pressure and things like that as well, which you have to check no matter where you go, but this complex has all of that. They also have an amazing team, like Nathan said before, looking after Keyside itself. Like, it's just such a really well-kept complex. You feel really safe and really taken care of living in here.
This now is just going into that laundry area, and that's the other supposed room. And it's another little wet bathroom there. That sort of also backs on to what we've turned into sort of our wet room and laundry area. It has a back door here, so when we've been to the pool, we sort of just come in by that back door and just hang our wet stuff up here, which is really nice and handy before going into the apartment. So that pretty much sums up the apartment. It's about just over 200 square metres, so pretty sizable for what is technically a 2-bedroom apartment. But we just really love it. We've fallen in love with it first as soon as we walked into it.
Yeah.
You have these giant hallways that you could drive a car through. They're so big. And just lifts, you almost never see another person. There's always a lift there waiting for you.
It's really peaceful.
There's chairs and cool lamps and no, it's just
foyer upon foyer upon foyer in this complex where you can wait for people. They're all set up, with lounge chairs and coffee tables.
And you have your mail room, and our mailman is Sam. He gave me his number and said if you're ever not there, he'll just keep it and I can just call him directly and then he'll deliver the package whenever we're ready for it. It's just, I've never experienced anything like that in Australia, that's for sure. And as for the complex itself, it is unbelievable. It is so well kept, it is so clean, and the gardens are so well manicured, and the pool, and this is a little beach area there, a fake beach next to the splash zone, which you'll see again more of soon. And it just keeps going.
Yeah, it's really nice just going for afternoon walks through here. There's little, like little zones everywhere. So if you want to go swimming, you're not all on top of each other. There's all different areas. You can usually find a piece of pool just to yourself if you want to. There's water slides, which you'll see shortly too. And then even a little bit of wildlife, which makes me happy. I think Nathan and Luke are getting sick of me stopping to film every single lizard that I find through the complex. But it's just peaceful, really peaceful.
It is like living in a resort, but it's the kind of resort where there's just not many people. The amount of people you're seeing in this video is probably one of the busiest days we've actually seen it. There's just always, you never have to worry about finding a seat or lying down somewhere. It's just so many, it's just so big.
So Luke and I used water slides for the first time yesterday, and that was heaps of fun. He really enjoyed it. And then, I don't know, this is just more like, this is the massage, walking behind the massage area and the bathrooms, and headed up to the main area of the pool complex.
As Tess mentioned, there is actually a few massage booths. You can just book a massage therapist and they'll come out and you just go into one of the booths and you get your massage. So they have recommended, I had called one and used them. It was about $30 Australian for a 1.5 hour massage. And again, you have that sea breeze coming through and you can hear the waterfalls, and it's just like a really nice spa experience, but just happens to be in the complex where we live at the moment.
This area is the spa zone, so they have a heated, this is the jacuzzi, and then they have a heated spa and a cold spa. It's adults only, so anyone under 18 is not allowed in there.
They also have a cafe/restaurant on site, and the meals are really nice, quite reasonable. I think this is about $7 Australian for that set. And again, it's just all on site, right near the pools. Great place to go grab a cold drink or an ice cream. And it just keeps going. It's just you can see the playground is quite big over there in the distance.
And then there's another big empty grass area behind it as well for like if the kids want to bring their balls down or, I don't know, ride their bikes. There's just heaps of space for them.
This whole complex here is just the gym. It's a massive gym with great equipment, a lot of free weights, etc. You can see Tess and Luke came out of the building before carrying, Tess has got towels. You don't actually need to bring your own towels, you just bring your you get an ID card and then you get a wristband and a towel, and then once you're finished you just take the towel back and they take care of it. So you don't even need to bring a towel down, which is just crazy. It is so good.
The other thing, like you need your ID and everything, is because they make sure that no guests, I mean, if you're staying with family and friends, that's fine, but you can't just let your friends in for the day. They're really strict, which is another reason why I guess it stays really quiet and clean and peaceful. You can't just have like a pool party or something with all your friends. They make sure that you have all your IDs, you have to wear a wristband, and there are security guards around that monitor to make sure it is just the people that live in this complex using it.
This is obviously one of Luke's favourite areas. There's just this giant splash zone that you just hit the big red button and it all turns on. And as you can imagine, Luke could play here for hours. He loves
and
it.
Does.
Yeah, he does. Now we're back on the waterfront, heading back towards Straits Quay at night time. There's just a lot of life, as you can see the girls dressed up here. There's just a big cosplay exhibition here over the weekend. So that's going on. There's birthdays and weddings and it's just very, very vibrant.
Now we actually went to the fish and chip restaurant along here because Luke thought that would be a really fun family dinner. And we could just watch all of this unfold in front of us, which was great. It's just really great people watching. I loved this chick, the cosplay. But yeah, we went to this fish and chip restaurant and it was delicious. It was actually really good. Highly recommend it if you're staying in this area. Just more cosplay characters going past. It's basically been going on all weekend. We've seen so many different characters.
When we first came and visited this area, we did it during the morning and it's just deserted. It's really deserted for most of the day. We're actually a little bit worried about whether or not the whole place is just dead. But it's just one of those areas where it's dead during the day, and then once the sun starts going down, everything comes to life and everybody comes out, and it's really great.
This is us just walking home after dinner. It's actually the night of the Moon Festival, the Mid-Autumn Festival, so there was a lot of different people out celebrating.
And that really concludes, I guess, our evening and our introduction to Keyside Condominium and Straits Quay and Tanjung Tokong. So we're going to stop talking now and let you enjoy the rest of the video.
How come the stars come to shine when it's dark from so far away and show us where we are? What makes the sun go to sleep every night, and what's it dreaming of? I wonder. How come the sky sometimes hides behind the clouds? Maybe it's just like me, a little bit scared of heights. Why does the rain always keep on pouring down when it's grey outside? It really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder. It really makes me until winter comes, until winter comes. It really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder. It really makes me wonder. Oh, I wonder. Stars come to shine when it's dark from so far away and show us where we are. It really makes me wonder.